Okay, good morning everybody, and here we are. We have weeds. I left them overnight instead of doing them as I normally do in the middle of the night. So I'm going to get my hoe and we shall weed our potatoes. Of course we also have some weeds up in the soybean field, so we'll have to pop up there before we start then harvesting our grapes. So I've got a bit of my light on because it's still quite early in the morning, and I'll do this. We'll check on our animals and then, as I say, we'll pop up and harvest. We pop up and harvest? Pop up and spray off the weeds in the soybeans. Too many at the moment, but we'll probably get some later on today as well. I did look at the possibility of getting a mechanical harvester late on yesterday, but I think there's one for about 18,000 is the cheapest, so we may yet get one, but I'll just use the sprayer this morning, I think, just for speed. So we finished the sowing the soybeans last night about 9 o'clock. So it was dark, but I think we're okay. Oh, got a bit of a bare patch there that we missed, but it's fine. But they're in, so that's good. I think maybe next time I'll leave it till the next morning before I, next day at least, before I sow them. Just takes a while. And we're not really having to rush. Yeah, we've got the lawn hanging over us, and yet it would be great to get rid of that as soon as possible, but it's not struggling, so it's fine, you know. I just need to learn how to slow down, which is something I'm obviously not very good at, not having used to doing so before. I've probably missed some weeds. I usually often do, and it's still saying to me that there is a percentage of weed in there. But anyway, I'll come down this last bit here. Did think of using a little mechanical weeder. Still not decided what to do with that, because to be fair, you know, the hoe does the job here just fine. Okay. There we go. I think that's most of it. Right. Grass is needed cut again. Now, let's go. I needed to give, I didn't put that away last night clearly. I needed to give some oats to our friendly horse, but let's see if there's anything else we need. Sheep are all neat and cleaned as always. They're not too bad. Cleaning will do them. And a little bit of oats really just for Harry. So we'll go and do the chickens first, and we'll get some oats and go and top up Harry. And I think we'll take Harry out for a ride later on today once we've finished the grape harvest. I did mean to sell oats last night, but I forgot, and I'm not quite sure what the price is just now. I'll just have a look actually. Yeah, it's dropping a bit. That's unfortunate. We might wait till it comes. We're not in a rush. We can wait till it comes back up again. That's what I get for forgetting all about it. I think because we finished sowing the field quite late, we were just so tired that we just thought, quick hop in the shower and straight into bed. That was it. Bite to eat. Microwave meals are a wonderful thing. Right, wheat, barley, oat. Here we go. Probably won't need all of this, but we'll see how much he takes. Right, go around the side. Oh, it's a bit of a wide trigger. No, they did take all of it. Let's see. That is fine. We can bring some in another couple of days. Right, okay. Let's head up to our field and spray off the weeds that are up there at the moment. There we go. There's just weeds at the top there, so it's a little bit easier to see when they're like that. Yeah, I kind of moved this last night. I was going to actually spray it off because they were there just to finish sowing, but then I thought way too dark. I was struggling to see where I was going, where the booms were, so I think this might, I'll get most of this in one pass. It's not going to be bad actually, but I'll just come up a bit more. Right, let's get this turned on. I'm thinking what I might do, because it is slightly wider than my boom, is I'll just do one row and then I'll turn it and leave it be and just leave the sprayer, because we are going to get more weeds later on today, probably not too far in the distant future, and so we can pop up here later after we've harvested grape, etc. and yeah, spray the rest of them off then, so I'm not wasting too much herbicide just on that little strip there. This is why, you know, a mechanical weeder would be better. The only cost is my time and then drop a fuel, but Herbicide is quite an expensive thing to buy, so right, I'll line it up as best as I can, which is probably never going to be that great anyway, but and then I'll leave the sprayer here. And we'll head down and we'll go start doing the harvest of the grapes. It's close enough. Right. Because we will have to come back and do more later, so be as well just leaving that rest for now. Bit misty this morning, but it looks like it's going to be a nice day again. You there, Harry? Oops. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay, let's hook this up. Just open that back window there. That's a bit warm. There we go. Some fresh air in because we're going to be parking this up as usual. It needs a bit of TLC at some point, but we'll do that at the end of today. Okay, where are we? We're going to park you around about here, I think. Switch that off. And let's go get our harvester. If I could fill this, it does need a bit of TLC as well. I meant to move that, but I've not yet done it, so see if I can get in and fill up this machine here. I don't know if I can do it from now. I think you have to be in front of the door where the hose is, which makes sense. Probably end up driving over the top of my little kit thing here. Oh, there we go. Fuel costs, yeah, this isn't storage, this is buy point, so yeah, you gotta pay. Not too bad. Right, let's shut this back up again. And then on this hazy sunny morning, we shall start harvesting our grapes. And these ones, of course, got a bit of an extra liming, or an early liming, shall we say, rather than extra, but it's fine. I just realised we didn't go across to our sheep, and they will definitely need clean, so when I get to the top of this row I'll just run over there and give them a quick clean out. Sorry sheep, didn't mean to forget about you. There we go, jump out here. Oh. And you can see, look at that wool production, isn't that just wonderful? It's just, wow. We're so looking forward to getting that sold. I think they're okay for water. We might bring the tractor over a bit later. We've still got plenty of hay. I mean, it's still looking like there's 3 bales there, although I suspect the bottom one will have some usage. But I just think the amount of wool that they're producing is just, for the number of them, which I think is not going to be much higher than what it was, really. Yeah, we're still just at 11, which is one more than what we bought. I think we're going to get another one in the next 24 hours, but yeah, it's a lot of wool for such few little sheeps. you imagine what it's going to be like when that pasture fills up to its max, which I believe is 120 sheep. I think that point will be moving real almost every other day. You should actually be keeping an eye on the costs at the spinnery, because we've no idea what wool is going for, and we will be looking to sell it, I think, in not too many days ahead, really, a few more days, I guess, hopefully. Eggs are doing good as well, as you can see from here. And just see the pallet over in the distance there. So they're doing really well, so more than happy with, as I've said probably numerous occasions so far. Yeah. And Harry's coming along too, and of course when we sell him we'll get another good bit of money as well. So there's plenty of money within the farm, it's just sitting there, if you know what I mean, you know. It just needs to get to a point where we're ready to sell it. I think the pallets just go too, you know, the pallets with the crates just go too high on the pallets, and at that point we'll need to clear them off, and there is a specialised trailer for that, but which we'll need to lease it, plus the lorry that we will need to pull it, because even my dolly, I very much doubt, well, I've not really looked actually, so maybe a dolly would do it with my little tractor, but I think that would be weird if that was possible. I suspect it won't be possible to do so, but so probably we'll see how long it takes for that mist to burn off, I think, so that we can get a nice sunny day. I think I don't know if I've said, so I think considering it's certainly getting a little bit of a hood thing for our combine harvester, because yeah, you've got very little protection from the sun. I kind of raised the opening of the, you know, where the harvest is stored in the combine, just to try and protect the back of my neck a little bit from the sun, but I think we're going to have to you know, take it down and modify it so that we could add a hood to it. I don't think it's going to cost us very much. I mean, because we can drive at, you know, quite a reasonable speed, we get enough you know, airflow to help keep us cool, but you know, there's no way, unlike this and the tractor, except that, you know, this has got a bit of air conditioning, and the tractor has too, but I tend not to use it too much. I just tend to just open the windows. But it is there if it does get too hot. That we don't have that on the combine. The only air conditioning we've got is the actual airflow, which as I say is doing okay. So I'm going to empty this just as we come to the bottom here, just because it's getting towards being full, and saves me from so basically just getting it done. Okay. So we also do have another fertiliser state to put on the soybeans once they've germinated a bit. As usual. Right. Yes, Harry, we will definitely be taking you out once these grapes are done. Or after lunchtime, whatever happens to come first, actually. I think I should get the grapes done before lunch. Pretty sure I will. This machine's really good at going around corners with its steering. And it's just dawned on me too, we haven't opened the shop this morning as well. See, we were so excited to show you the hoeing of the potatoes that we forgot sheep and we forgot the shop. I'm sure we'll have forgotten something else as well. No doubt. So I'll just finish this plot and then I'll quickly run round and just unlock the door. It might not bother with the light. People are used to knowing that it's open now, so it's fine. There's just no set times for it. It's just as well. But they know that it's usually open by, you know, no later than 9 most days. And yeah, closing time just depends. You can just drive along and see whether or not we're open. But the other farmers whose stock we also sell in the shop, they're more than happy with the return that they're getting on their stuff, because yeah, I'm not really charging them for it. I'm just, so, you know, I mean, I make my money off my potatoes at the moment. I'll certainly make money off my soybeans as well. I suspect that's where we'll be selling those. So, you know, and it doesn't cost me much for that shop. It's sort of just an honesty box and that's it. So there's not really much in the way of outlays. So I'm quite happy just to farmers to come along and, you know, sell their stock and get all the profit themselves, you know. And in return, you know, I'm sure that they will, you know, they'd let me, you know, but I do contracts and that for them. They've allowed me to borrow, you know, their trailers and stuff to go off and sell my goods as well. So, you know, it pays to be nice. Right, as I say, I'm not going to put the light on. They'll see the door open. It should be okay. And they'll know that they can come in. Let me just lower the pipes on this. And I'm sure you're all sat there with bated breath, waiting to hear what the tally is for this field. Now, it was just 11,000 and odds the last time, and that was it been had a fertilisation state. I can't remember if it was, we did 2, but we certainly did 1. And as you can see, we're definitely up, and of course we did put lime on it a day early. But we are most certainly up on our yield, which is just great, which is just, you know, so contrary to my previous theory, fertiliser does have an impact on the yield of our grapes. So that's my conclusions. She says before she's done all the rest of them, but yes. On this, no, I would say it was a particularly well run experiment, to be fair. There's no control groups really, unless you counted the last plot, this plot here and this plot, because they didn't have any fertiliser in them at all from when we first came here. So they ones are also I'm going to also be very curious myself to see what we get. Now you are listening to my waffle today, as I get these harvested, but I probably should stop waffling for a little bit at least, and come back to you all a bit later. I'll wait till we get to the end of this row, I think. Oh, she did something funny there. Right. Okay, I'll leave you in peace for, well, I don't know if you actually get peace, because it's actually just going to be like one cutscene to the next for you, but it's going to be a little while for me, so I'll see you in a bit. See what the oil prices are like. 724 and going up. That's not bad actually. I mean, it's not, I mean, it's a lot of wool, but I mean, it's probably just, you know, about 10 grand's worth or so, maybe a bit more. But sheep are easy to look after, you know, you've just got, make sure they've got food and water and they're fine, and the food, well, it's growing all around us, so, yep. It's quite good. I mean, I seldom get up much before 6 o'clock, you know, I don't know if that one goes anywhere, or if it's a different one that we see moving around. Let's see if we can see any up here. No, it might be, oh no, there is one out on the water there, so, yeah. I should come down here one day and go for a swim if I've got time, you know. Wonder what's going to go into that field next. Let's handy just now, just to have a nice empty field to run along. So yeah, sort of down here is where, you know, it would be nice to, you know, put a house. Just look out over that scene there is quite nice. I mean, I'm lucky I could look out over that one behind us there, you know, which is quite cool. And but yeah, I quite like just, or even just having a cabin down in these woods here, just to you know, there's a little bit of a patch here. As I say, this comes with that large field there, this land, and so yeah, it's not something that I could afford at the moment, if ever. But I really like it here. It is bonny. It is right by the water. So, okay, let's head back up to the farm. I'm just about done for today, I think, for recording wise. And work wise too, I think, actually. I'll head up to this corner here and have a good run. So it'll be good to see how the soybeans do when they start to come through. But yeah, I certainly think after I've done the potatoes, I should maybe look at, maybe not oats, but maybe wheat or barley, and get a little bit of straw off it as well. Won't be much, but we don't need a lot just yet. It'll be grand. I'll head back up this way. Then I will mow the grass once we've brushed down Harry after he's run. Let's see what tomorrow brings. But definitely a good harvest today. Much improved on what it has been. So definitely worth the added cost of fertilising it. Right, I shall say goodbye everybody, and thank you for watching, and I hope you come back again to see us on Blue Mountain Farm another day. Later everybody. Surprise! Pop back again, because when I went to go and look at beginning to see what I was going to put together for the edit of our video, I realised that we were missing some information, and I do not know if it was something I did, although it's highly likely that it's something I did, because after we'd finished the grape harvest, I think I was saying to that yes, we did get higher yield from this harvest, and the predominantly on the two plots that had previously not had any fertiliser at all. I mean, we've been getting less than one load from the red grapes, but this time we've got more than one load for our standard size 21,000 litre trailer. So we're quite happy with that. The other thing we did as well, we actually contracted somebody to spray just because I'm just not the best at going in straight lines. So you can see that's now been sprayed. Does need a second fertilizer, and I'll pop up there shortly and do that before I forget. Or I might do it tomorrow when the crop comes through a bit. I don't think it's through yet. Let's have a quick look. It might just be through. We'll have a look. But yeah, so we got the contractor to bring this down because we also wanted to quickly spray off what was in here, which we have now done. We also made the decision to sell our hoe, which we've done, so we'll be doing the potatoes with this little thing, gadget here, and then we cut the grass, as I think we said we would. So yeah, we've got a little track here we've got put in. What else was it that I forgot to say that I should have said earlier? I mean, I think that's pretty much it all. I'm just going to move this herbicide tank over beside this one, because I don't think this needs filling right now. I'll check it actually, but I think we did fill it up when we brought it down initially. So yeah, I thought I'd just pop back on quickly to bring you up to date, because that video was really short and I'm thinking this isn't quite right. There was a whole load of waffle somewhere else before I took the horse out. I mean, not massive amount, but you know, I do remember talking about the yield for the grapes. So obviously yes, we are now from now on going to be, oh yeah, we moved the toolbox as well, fertilising it, because we certainly did get a decent harvest. I haven't sold any yet because the prices are dropping. They're not bad, you know, the prices are still relatively good, but I thought I'll just hang on to it a little bit longer. Just to see if we can get better price. Well, we may have to hold on to them for 2-3 days depending on how things go. So right, that's fine there, I think, just out the road. And we probably should take the harvester back up to the field at some point. Yeah, it's 100% full, so we'll nip up with this. We shouldn't need it on the potatoes anytime soon, so we did give them a bit of spray. So hopefully the new, it's a bit noisy that, hopefully the new little mower, mechanical weeder will do a good job, and hopefully we won't have to spray them too often, because I don't want to have to spray the potatoes, but they were looking a bit weedier than usual. I clearly missed quite a few when we were out and about this morning. These are, yeah, you can see that these have been sprayed off, so that was the ones we'd left to come up a bit more, just so that we weren't using too much. And then there's other ones in here a bit smaller that were sprayed off. So yeah, they did a good job. I have to say, the contractors did a good job, and it didn't cost me too much. So I just wanted to get on and get grapes done, and you know, not be working till really late at night, and you know, so it's all good. We shall leave this somewhere up here, I think. Should be okay to go there. so the crops are clearly through. So we can see our soya beans, which are very clearly there. So I will give them a fertiliser, and then that'll be it. Just an added little job tonight. But for you, I will once again say goodbye and thank you for watching again. But I thought I just had to tell you that the grapes, yeah, we definitely got a far better harvest. And even the white grapes overall, if we quickly look at the amount, we've got over 41,000 there, up on the 34,000 something that we had the last time. So yeah, it is it's definitely worth putting fertiliser on them, and it's all good. And I think that's my obsession with my grape yield over, because I'll just be, carrying on as we are, and putting in the lime and fertiliser, and yep, we shall survive. I think my tractor could do a tune-up as well while we're here. So I'll stop waffling. I will stop waffling, honest. Right, goodbye everyone. We shall see you tomorrow.